Hello everyone, welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. In the last episode, we entered the bug catching contest in the National Park, as well as made our way up north to the wiggling tree that we saw by Violet City that we still can't get past. But the girl there, Floria, mentioned that the water bottle her sister had might be able to help us get past it. So let's see what that's all about. Hello? Doesn't seem like she's paying much attention to me. Oh, yeah, so there is your hint right there. In order to get the water bottle here, you're gonna have to beat the gym first. And, well, we're actually pretty much ready to do that. I went ahead and healed up at the Pokemon Center off-screen. Another thing I did off-screen is I went and bought, as you can see, a bunch more lemonades. I bought some full heals as well, which I forgot to mention, but yeah, you can actually start buying full heals here in Goldenrod City. Full heals will heal any status ailment, as opposed to stuff like the Awakening, Antidote, and Paralyzed Cures, that kind of thing, that we've been picking up. And they only cost 600 Pokédollars, so that's nice. I kind of wanted to pick up some more Revives, but honestly, Revives cost 1,500 Pokédollars, which is quite a bit of money. And, well, I don't really plan on fainting too much in this playthrough, so the amount of Revives we naturally pick up should be enough to get me through. Now, later in the game, I'm probably going to want to get some more Revives, much later in the game, but we should be good for now. So without further ado, let's head on into the Violet City Gym. Now, it's kind of hard to tell just while you're playing the game normally, but much like how in the National Park the overhead map looked like a Pokeball, the bushes and flowers in here actually make up a pixel art Clefairy, which is pretty cool. Now, as usual, I am going to be going through and battling all the trainers before I fight the gym leader. And since I didn't look at the sign outside, the Goldenrod City Gym here actually specializes in normal-type Pokemon. Actually, I think I mentioned that in an earlier video. So, there's a couple of different ways you could go about this gym, really. You could bring something like a Geodude or an Onix that resists normal-type moves, like a Rock-type Pokemon. There's that trade for a Machop in the department store for an Abra. Machop, being a fighting-type Pokemon, is super effective against all these normal-type Pokemon, so you can go about it that way as well. Another thing you could do is you could bring like a Ghastly, and it'll be immune to all the normal-type attacks. But the thing about that is, it's been so long since I've used a Ghastly in this game, I actually don't know if Ghastly has access to any non-ghost moves up till this point, either by level up or TM. And I want to say the answer to that question is no, but I don't really know for certain. But in any case, if Ghastly doesn't have a non-ghost type move, well, it won't be able to do anything to these normal Pokemon, since normal Pokemon are also immune to Ghost, much like Ghost is immune to normal. That said, you could still, you know, confuse them with Confuse Ray or put them to sleep with Hypnosis with a Ghastly, but, well, it's not a very reliable strategy. And actually, I didn't mean to have Krusty in the lead here, necessarily, so let me go ahead and swap him out. I'll put Barbara in the lead, because honestly, I don't really plan on using Barbara much for the gym leader. And there she is right there, Whitney herself. Now, a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have, over the years, kind of lamented at how difficult of a boss Whitney is. And I will admit that, you know, your first time through, Whitney's probably going to be the first gym leader that really consistently kills you, or KOs all your Pokemon, rather. Bugsy's Scyther, again, if you don't really know what you're doing, can be pretty, well, pretty lethal as well, but Whitney's probably going to be the one that really does you in. And, you know, a lot of us remember as a kid being, you know, like, oh, what do I even do against this, well, I won't spoil what Pokemon Whitney has in case you don't know for some reason, but what am I supposed to do against Whitney's Pokemon? Well, I'm going to talk about a number of different strategies you can employ, and I'll go ahead and show you the one that I'm going to use as well. Ooh, see that move that Meowth used there, Payday? That's actually a pretty good move for you, the trainer. Because, also, yeah, I'm taking a lot more damage than I would have liked here from this Meowth. That's one thing you do have to watch out for in this gym, is that all these normal type attacks are going to deal same type attack bonus damage. Although I think that Meowth was just using Bite. Well, in any case, we managed to win. But yeah, Payday. Payday is a pretty good move, because once the battle is over, there will be extra money you get. It's not a lot. It's not enough that I would go out of my way to catch and use a Meowth. Which, by the way, Meowth, I think we can actually get on Route 34, and I think I failed to mention that. Yeah, if you really wanted to grind some extra money, you could go catch a Meowth and use Payday in all your battles, but I don't really think it's worth it. The amount of money you get is pretty negligible. We'll see at the end of the battle, but I think it's like double-digit money, like maybe like 50 Poké Dollars at best, so... it might get up to 100, I don't remember, but... Oh, that's Slash. Yeah, Slash is a pretty powerful normal-type move. And on top of having high base power, I want to say like 75 or 80, it also has a higher chance to deal critical damage than most other moves. Okay, and with that we're able to beat Meowth, which for how difficult that battle was, gives a pretty negligible amount of experience. Yeah, see, look at that, we picked up 32 Poké Dollars. Again, in my opinion, not really worth it. Now, instead of going all the way back out to the gym, or to the Pokemon Center, rather, out of the gym, I'm just going to use one of my Lemonades because I've got so many of them. And I think there's another trainer down here somewhere. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's not the case. Yeah, there's another trainer right there. So, for some reason, I remember there being a lot more trainers in this gym, but no, it's actually not really that bad. There's, what, 1, 2, 3, only 4? I thought it was like something like 6, but yeah, again, not so bad. Okay, let's see what she's got here. A Snubble, huh? Yeah, nothing too bad here. Now, again, the gym's trainers themselves are actually not very threatening. It's really Whitney you want to kind of watch out for. But like I said, I'm going to talk about a number of different strategies you can use to make the fight against Whitney not even easier, just like, you know, negligible, honestly. But we do have to get through all these trainers first. This is actually going by a lot faster than I thought it would. Which is nice. Actually, I do have see, the way I've been doing these videos is I have been trying to keep it somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. With the exception of the last video, of course. But that's because I also have certain, like, milestones I'd like to hit. I don't know why the Snubble's moving faster than me all of a sudden. It's really starting to annoy me, though. I do also have certain, like, milestones I want to hit in each video as well. Which is why that last video went a little bit longer, because I was like, well, you know, I want to get up to the Wiggly Tree before I end off the video, so that way we can just start, you know, by the flower shop there, and it'll make more sense. That's also why I decided to go north before taking on the gym here, was because... yeah, that's really weird. I don't know what's going on. At the start of this battle, I was moving before the Snubble, but now it's consistently moving before me. Oh, you know what? Scary Face. It lowered my speed. Duh. Yeah, but like I said, that's why I decided to go north first, so you could see why we couldn't progress and why we had to do the gym instead of just blowing past it and going to the next town. And I'm going to be doing that for pretty much the whole series. Is like, I'm going to go as far as I can without going to the gym first, and then I'll take on the gym. Just to kind of show you, like, what's impeding your progress. And honestly, also because it's nice grinding before the gym itself. Alright, we got one more trainer here before Whitney. Yeah, I would agree. It's good for your Pokemon to be both cute and strong. And yeah, my levels here are a little bit lower than I normally come in here. Normally before I face Whitney, I like to have my whole team at level 20, but it's really not that big of a deal, honestly, if we're at level 19. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just employing the same strategy with Barber here as I was pretty much earlier on in the game, is confuse and then attack. Yeah, that move Disable there, it will disable, as the name implies, whatever the last move you used was for 3 to 5 turns, I believe. It might be 2 to 5, like other status ailments like sleep or confusion. But honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, you've got 3 other moves you can use, and Disable actually has pretty low accuracy. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Oh, and here goes a Sing attack. I really don't feel like waiting for Barbara to wake up, and I won't have much other opportunities to use these awakenings, so I'll go ahead and throw one on right now. Let's use one more bite. Oh yeah, see, I'm disabled no more. It means I can use Confuse Ray again. Okay, another Jigglypuff. I think she just has 3 Jigglypuffs here, each at level 15. But Barbara's faster than all of them, so not too big of a deal. You might have noticed that Meowth was actually faster than Barbara. Meowth is a pretty fast Pokemon. But unfortunately, it doesn't have a whole lot else going for it. Its attack stat is, like, decent at best, and its other stats are not really that great. Given the plethora of normal-type Pokemon in this game, I can't really recommend using a Meowth unless you really want to grind for money with Payday. But as I said before, I don't really think that's worth it. I'm trying to think which normal-type Pokemon I would recommend out of all of them that we've encountered so far. Not counting stuff like Pidgey. Well, I mean, Pidgey is a normal type, but it's really mainly used as a flying type. I guess if I was going to have to use any of the normal types we've encountered so far... I don't know, actually. I don't really like any of them, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to change Pokemon here, since Barbara hit level 20 there. And I'll just switch out to Hot Pocket, who's actually about to hit level 20 himself. So this actually is working out better than I thought it would. I was thinking like, oh, we're almost all going to be level 19 when we go into the boss fight. But it looks like Barbara and Hot Pocket are both going to gain a level in this battle. You can see that Charcoal's doing wonders for us there with our Ember attack. And yep, Hot Pocket grew to level 20. Alright. Alright, so that's the last of the gym trainers there. Now, I think I am actually going to go back out to the Pokemon Center before I fight Whitney, just to top off my PP and my HP as well, so I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Got my whole team healed up. Now, I'm going to want to put Krusty in the lead here. Not just because he's level 19, but Krusty is actually the Pokemon I think I'm going to try to take on this fight with. Push comes to shove, obviously I've got plenty of other options here, but honestly, Krusty should be able to solo Whitney here, and I'm going to show you why. Yeah, she's a trend follower. Honestly, not that there's anything wrong with that. I know a lot of people like to be like, oh, you only got into this thing because it's popular, but yeah, it's whatever. In any case, it's time to take on the boss, Whitney herself, one of the most feared trainers in the entire game. Now, like I said, there's a number of different ways you can do this, and I'm going to show you how. So Whitney starts off with this Clefairy here. This Clefairy isn't much of an issue at all. It's the Pokemon that's going to come after this, Whitney's level 20 Miltank. That's really going to give you a lot of trouble. Now, the way that I'm going to go about... Okay, here's one thing that could be a little threatening. See that move Metronome there? What that move does is it'll use a random attack, any attack from the game on you. So that could be pretty dangerous, potentially. Clefairy could end up using like a really powerful move, but most of the time it's really not that big of a deal. So I'm not very worried about it. Yeah, and you can kind of see what my strategy is going to be here. Basically, I'm just going to have Krusty use Curse 6 times so that my attack and defense are as high as they can go. This move Mimic, by the way, will replace the Mimic move slot with whatever the last move your opponent used. So now the Clefairy can use Curse as well, which I'm not worried about in the slightest. So yeah, I'm just going to use Curse 6 times here. That way, once I get to Miltank, my attack and defense stat will be... Whoa! Okay, so that move, Fissure, right there, was one of the moves I was kind of worried about Metronome coming up with. It's got really low accuracy, but Fissure is one of the few moves in the game that will guarantee a one-hit kill, no matter what the HP of the opponent Pokemon is. Like I said, though, it's got really low accuracy. I want to say like 30%. So it's not something you really need to worry about, but it's a little scary there. Yeah, so basically by using Curse, I guarantee that my stats are going to be maxed out by the time I get to Miltank, because I'm going to use Curse 6 times against Clefairy, and then Miltank really won't be able to do anything to me. Now, ideally, and I thought about doing this when I was in Slowpoke Well, which is grinding until I found a female Slowpoke, because Miltank is going to be female and has a move called Attract, which is only effective against a Pokemon of the opposite sex, or gender, however you want to say it. And it basically is kind of like Confusion, in that sometimes you won't attack, it'll say your Pokemon's infatuated with the other one, but you won't deal damage to yourself, you just won't do anything at all. So, like, ideally, in a perfect world, okay, looks like we've used it 4 times there. Now, I'm debating whether or not I want to heal. I think I do. Oops, that's not an item bag. Here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and heal before I use Headbutt, because I'll probably just one-shot this Clefairy, although it has been using Curse, so maybe not. Ooh, wow, that's actually a pretty dangerous move to use against me at this point. Yikes, yeah. So Dragon Rage is a move that always deals 40 damage. It's a fixed damage move. No matter what your stats or the opponent's stats are, if it hits, it'll always deal 40 damage. Which at this point in the game is a lot. Later in the game, it's pretty useless, but yeah, this double slap I'm not worried about. Can only deal a maximum of 10 damage, but okay, let's see how much this Headbutt does. Yeah, as you can see, quite a bit there. Another reason I don't mind spamming... Whoa. Okay, good. That didn't deal much damage at all. Yeah, Double Edge has really high base power, like I think either 100 or 120. But fortunately, Clefairy's attack stat is pretty low, and that combined with me spamming Curse made it so it didn't deal much damage. Now here it comes, the Miltank itself. Herself, rather. Now, other strategies I could have used with my team in particular is... I could have had a Hot Pocket spam Smokescreen against Miltank to lower its accuracy, which is a bit risky because you open yourself up to being attacked at that point. Okay, this is the signature move of Miltank, even though it's not the TM you get here, is Rollout. Miltank's Rollout, if you don't have a high defense stat, or if you don't resist Rollout, can deal a lot, and I mean a lot of damage. Which is why I was saying it'd be kind of risky for, and there you go, down in 2 hits, really easy. But that's why it would be kind of risky for Hot Pocket to spam Smokescreen, because Hot Pocket is actually weak to the Rock-type Rollout. And, ooh, looks like Krusty's getting Confusion, his first Psychic move. Absolutely. And we can go ahead and forget Tackle, since we've got Headbutt there. Another thing I could have used, another strategy I could have employed with my team, is I could have had Phanpy kind of spam Defense Curl to raise her defense stat against Clefairy there. And Rollout, I believe, would have dealt non-effective damage, so that Rollout, like, Miltank would have been able to do anything to Phanpy at that point. I could have also tried Confuse Me with Zubat, but that would also be pretty risky because of the Rock-type Rollout. Probably would have just one-shotted Zubat. And also, are you gonna give me a badge? I mean, you're a gym leader and I beat you, but... hello? No, it looks like she's just gonna cry. Huh. Well, yeah, what you actually have to do here is try to walk down, and this trainer will stop you. And that's kind of your cue to just go up and talk to her again. And there we go. Now we get the plain badge. But yeah, so basically if you're having trouble against Miltank, because that rollout, like I said, will deal a lot of damage. The other thing about Miltank 2 is not only does it have Attract, which will infatuate any male Pokemon you have, it also has the move Milk Drink, which will restore its HP. And Miltank has pretty high base stats for this point in the game, so chipping away at it isn't always an option with that Milk Drink move. Miltank's fourth move is Stomp, which is a normal type move that has a lot of base power. I think it's like 80 or 90, and it also has a chance to make you flinch. So that move pool combined with Miltank's stats make it a pretty dangerous Pokemon to fight. I'll go ahead and stop the Pokemon Center real quick. But, so yeah, long story short, the way to beat Miltank really easily is to either spam a stat boosting move, like particularly a defense stat boosting move. Again, I like Curse in particular because it raises your attack and defense. And again, with speed, I don't really care about losing that since I have the Quick Claw anyway. So yeah, spam a defense boosting move, spam an accuracy lowering move, or try to use Confusion. Paralysis, if you can get it by this point in the game, is not bad either, but most Pokemon that could paralyze Miltank are probably going to take a lot of damage from it too, so I don't really recommend that. But with that, we finally got the Squirt Bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you back up by the Wiggly Tree, and we'll go ahead and see what's going on with that. So hang on just one moment. Oh, you know what? I could actually show this off real quick. Remember this cut tree here? Well, let's go ahead and use cut on it, and if you do that, you can actually just come up to Route 36 right here, so you can skip going through the national park to get back to this area here. Okay, here's the Wiggly Tree. Now let me see... Yeah, that should be fine. Crusty should be fine. Let's go and use that Squirt Bottle. Whoa! Yeah, so it turns out, like she was saying, the Flower Girl, the Wiggly Tree is a Pokemon, a Sudowoodo in particular. And this is actually the only Sudowoodo in the entire game. So, you know, if you want to use one, you should definitely catch this one. I'm not going to use Sudowoodo on my team. A Sudowoodo, by the way, is a Rock-type Pokemon, which is actually why, you know, it didn't react well to the Squirt Bottle. Now, Sudowoodo as a Pokemon is, like, pretty mediocre, honestly. It's got decent attack and defense, and I think its speed is alright for a Rock-type Pokemon, but none of the stats are really anything to write home about. I mean, I guess I'll try to catch this one, since, again, it's the only Sudowoodo in the game, and, yeah, I mean, there's really no reason not to try to catch it. Now, I will tell you, at this point, I actually haven't decided what my 5th team member is going to be. I do know which Pokemon is going to end up being my 6th team member. Oh, shoot, really? But, basically, what I'm getting at is I only know 5 of my 6... Oh, geez, yeah. You see, Flail, as I mentioned earlier in the game, does more damage the lower HP you have. So, that's why I dealt so much more damage there than it did earlier. Oh, wow. I might actually end up just having to KO this Sudowoodo here. But, yeah, I'll still keep going. You can also just run from this battle and the tree will be gone. You won't have to refight it or anything, so... But I'd rather either have the Sudowoodo or the experience from beating it either way. So I'm going to try not to run here. Oh, jeez. But yeah, like I was saying, at this point in the game, I know what 5 of my 6 team members are going to end up being. I don't actually know what I want my 6th team member to be. Without spoiling too much, a lot of that's actually going to be dependent on what hatches from my odd egg. Now, I know what you're thinking, like, well, yeah, I'll get into that when the odd egg hatches. I'll explain more what's going on with that then. Oh, man. I'm probably going to end up running out of Pokeballs here, actually. But, I'll keep trying here. You know what, I could actually probably use a headbutt and get its HP a little bit lower. Or, we could just catch it, that also works too. But, I don't know, there's a part of me that's, like, maybe thinking about trying a Sudowoodo on the team, but, I don't have a good nickname in mind right now, so I'll just leave it alone. But, yeah, like I was saying, I'm probably not going to end up using one. In any case, yeah, now that the tree's gone, we can come over here to the right, and, well, you might recognize this area as, yeah, we're back in Violet City. So that's pretty cool. I think I am going to go to the Pokemon Center here real quick, and then I'm just going to go ahead and call it a video after I heal up here. But, yeah, if you have any suggestions for a 6th team member, go ahead and leave it down in the comments. I have a few ideas in mind, but I haven't settled on any just yet. Now, you might notice, like, hey, you know, you've got 4 Pokemon, but you said you know what 5 of your team members is going to be. Don't worry, the 5th team member I have in mind, we're not going to get until much, much later in the game. But, yep, in any case, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Pokemon Crystal. This is Hexlex, signing out. Have a good day.